Good morning, guys and girls. We're going to go with a little bit of smorgasbord garden fruit for our deer this morning. Look at that right there. Now, is that beautiful? Is that beautiful? I'll put it right there in the light. Chris doesn't even have the lights turned on this morning. Turn the lights on there. I might just dig into that myself. You got Cheerios there for breakfast. So we got the oats for the deer. We got cucumbers. We have squash. We have broccoli. We have homegrown tomatoes. We have we have okra, cut up okra. This is for the deer. This happens every day here at the Eagle with Lucy's Herd. This is this week's update on Lucy's Herd. I have some Cheerios and some other fruit chopped up in there. Looks like I have some cantaloupe in there. And I have 2 bottles. You can leave the bottles in there. That'd be fine. I have 2 bottles for the twins. The twins are getting kind of close. They're 12 or 13 weeks old. Baby deer usually wean about 60 to 90 days. 60 to 90 days. So here's what happens for breakfast for Lucy's Herd. Now, the babies, the triplets, were out there a little bit earlier. This will be an update on the triplets. We'll shoot you video all week and probably have this on toward the end of this coming week. But anyway, this is what happens every day. This is garden for Lucy and her herd. Lucy's herd has grown from one adopted son, Milford. It has grown from that to, and I went out and put a little, and I had to do this because they get so excited. I went out and put a little deer feed, high protein, South Fresh deer feed. We use South Fresh feeds out of Alabama. I went out and put some of that, open the door, babe. I went out and put some of that in the bowl and left the lid off. We fill that several times during the day. They really they get all they want. And I'm going to take this and you want me to sit here on the table like we usually do or sit out in the yard? Or
it doesn't matter.
They've got a lot here, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to just walk out in the yard. They show up. They were here earlier, all 3 of them. I'm going to come out here and kind of just set this out here and let them get started. You can see the twins are excited about all that. And I've got some stuff here for them, but here's what else I have for the twins. Here you go, Lucy. Come over here. Here's yours, baby. There's your stuff right there. Here's your stuff right there. And Milburn, he still got his head in the whole bucket. I mean, the whole bucket, not just. And all right, here's the deal. I'm gonna. The twins, they're saying, "What do we eat? What do we eat? Where's our milk?" Set that down there. But here we go. You see, the twins are eating food pretty good. They haven't noticed that I have the milk. She's eating some squash, it looks like there. Or he is. That's Forrest. There you go, Forrest. Wash that down. They still love their milk, though. Jenny, looky here. Looky here, Jenny. Looky here, Jenny. They still love their milk. These deer are pretty big right here. They're about 13 weeks old. And a little bit over 13, I think. I have to figure it up exactly. These weeks go by in a hurry. But this is the... I don't know if we'll call these adopted or not. But one thing you'll notice there is how big, they want to prime the pup, how big Jenny is. Jenny is the deer with the tag in her left ear. She's facing me. So here I'm eating that. The pink bottle is Jenny, the blue bottle. That just happened accidentally. Look how fast she emptied that out. That's how quickly she emptied that out. That's all, baby. That's all. That's all you get. You're going to have to eat regular food now. Okay. And now he's still got about half of his left. No, you can't have his. Jenny is really always eat a little bit more. And you can see she's a little bit larger. She's a little bit fatter than her brother. That obviously will change. He's going to be a lot bigger deer than her. He's got a possibility of having some extremely large antlers. And we'll see how all that works out. Jenny's always been one that whines and talks a little bit. Jenny, there's nothing in there, baby. You're going to have to get down there and eat some. There you go. Get after the Cheerios and cucumbers, cantaloupes, all of that. Now, Lucy, she has dug into her big fruit salad there this morning. That's a big fruit salad breakfast. I'm kind of surprised that the triplets hadn't heard me talking up here and come around, but they haven't. I did see them early this morning, so they made the night. It's always one of the first things that we do every morning is kind of count heads. Kind of like a woman with 5 or 6 kids going to the department store, taking them to the Bass Pro Shop or Wonders of Wildlife Museum. She's always counting heads, making sure everybody's here. And that's what we do. The triplets, the twins, of course, out on their own. And they live totally in the wild and have for a long time. The triplets are living totally in the wild. And they are gone more than the other deer. Lucy and Milburn stay around here a lot. The triplets are around here sometimes, for a couple hours at a time, and then they're gone for several hours at a time. But they don't go very far away. They're not going very far away. They stay around relatively close. Lucy likes tomatoes. You can see that she's a little bit of a sloppy eater. I don't know about George W. Bush doesn't eat broccoli, but it looks like Lucy doesn't care that much for broccoli either. But she does love squash. She loves tomatoes. She loves cucumbers. She really loves cantaloupes and cantaloupe rinds. That's one of the great things about the rinds that we cut off of some of the fruit that we eat. And any of the okra that gets too big, the deer love that. So the garden, here we go. And they have emptied those out in record time. All right, guys, you're going to have to eat regular food now. This is all of this high-protein deer feed that you can stand. Yeah, that's my little girl, Jenny. Oh, Jenny, she loves me. Yeah, she loves me. Jenny loves me. We'll have more deer video coming right up. Well, hi there, triplets. How are you triplets this morning? Huh? Are y'all just being buddies and y'all chilling out here with your mama? Are you chilling out here with your mama? Oh, my goodness. That is a bond that's formed just like brother and sister and brother and sister and sister. There's a bond that's formed there that you can just watch happen. They just, they have each other even when they're being hid out in the woods. They still have each other when they're hid out, even when they don't really know where their mama is. She just told them to stay there. And there's Lucy laying right there. And they're chilling out in the shade, getting a little bit of breeze. It's going to be 110 to 115 degrees today, heat index. And the heat index is just as bad on the deer as it is on humans. It's going to be about 100 degrees, maybe 102. I think yesterday it hit 101. But the heat index is what's bad. But they're laying here in the shade, getting a little shade, of course, from the sprinkler system. The grass is a little bit wet, so I'm sure it's a little cooler. And kind of just chilling out, eating a little bit, just having a good time. I'm looking up here, listening to me talk. You little guys sure are growing. That's all I can say. You're really, really growing. Oh, my goodness. I stepped out here. I looked out in the yard, and there was deer running 100 miles an hour everywhere. That's the twins right there. Look at the trips down there. There's one of the trips running. The sprinkler system's going off. It's just come a big storm. Big violent storm, a lot of thunder and lightning. We didn't know where they went. We didn't see them for a while. And now, I looked out and there was deer running everywhere. And there they come. There's Lucy leading the pack. Oh, looky there, Lucy and Milburn. There's Lucy. Look at Lucy run. And Milburn and the twins. Well, one twin and a triplet. Look at them go, look at them go, look at them go, look at them go. They almost look like they're playing in the sprinkler system. They almost look like they're playing in the sprinkler system. Uh-oh. Milburn heard me talking up here. Hear the thunder rumbling? It's not wind noise, it's thunder rumbling. They are so cool to watch. Look at them go. Oh my gosh. Look at them go. That is so, see if I can zoom a little bit. Can't keep up with them. You're just going crazy with the camera. They just run and run and run and run and run and run and run. Lucy said, "You caught me playing with the babies, didn't you, boss?" Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Look at that pile of deer there. Is that pretty or is that pretty? It is so special. Here we go. Here we go. They're having so much fun. It's cool. It was over 100 degrees today. It was 101. It was 101 when I did the Sunday afternoon chat. It was 99 when I went down there. It was 101 when I came back in. And it was horrible. I mean, I was soaking wet. Whoa! You couldn't see that, but that was straight up and down lightning. Well, Lucy down there chewing on a stick. What is she doing? Fetching sticks now, huh? That is so cool. Lightning proximity alert popping up on my phone. Listen to that thunder. Watch what happens when the sprinkler system comes around here. We'll see what happens here. The sprinkler comes around. I think that one's set to make a full circle. Milburn says, I'm going to get out of the way. Of course, it's been rained over an inch. So I'm not too concerned about it. Let's see what happens when it gets Lucy there in the bottom. She says, oh, looky there. He's playing at it. He let it hit him right in the face. Look at there, he's running and playing at it. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Look over there. Hi baby, how you doing, booger? Huh? I just saw some ferocious lightning over there. I don't think I had my camera high enough. I think it was down in the yard. I don't think you could have seen it, but it was straight up and down lightning. We've had a good inch of rain. It was over 100 degrees, 101 degrees. Now it's in the 60s out here. And the deer have just excited them to no end. They were running 100 miles an hour. I missed most of it, got out here a little late. But they're still feeling good. And Milburn says, hey, out there, boss, what are you doing there, buddy? That's my big boy. He is really getting big. He eats all the time. Lucy is eating more than he is, but Lucy is producing food. Look at the twins. Are the twins gorgeous? Are the twins gorgeous? Look at that. They are so pretty. If you don't love baby deer, something's wrong. Sunday evening, August 16. I think they will be maybe 8 weeks old tomorrow. They were born on Monday. Watch him playing with that water. Look at him playing with that water. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, that is so funny. He says, he's playing with that water. He stuck his nose in it. What are you doing there? What are you doing, Milburn? You're a funny boy. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. He tried to shut it out. He's liable to break my sprinkler head. It's all right. Go ahead and break it. I don't care. I'll put a new one on there. Oh, my goodness. That is so funny. I've never seen anything like that. Oh, and then it was shut off. It just shut off. He said, I killed it. I killed it. I killed it, boss. I killed that sprinkler. Here you go, check it out. Go check it out. Wouldn't it be funny if you could pop it up right back up right now? Pop back in. He's going to eat some grass. That was funny. He's wanting to come back up and play again with him. He liked that. That was fun. That was a blast. Woohoo! Woohoo! Very, very frightening big strikes of lightning. Bohemian Rhapsody. I wonder if he's gonna come over and play with that water. We got water going. I don't know, he might. Kind of looking at him. Kind of looking at him. Yeah, a little rain might bring that tree back to life. Yeah, maybe not.
Well, we've got 3 little triplets at the little food bowl eating their deer food and corn. They're still drinking Mama's milk when she'll let them have it, but they are getting really good at fending for themselves with real food. And I walked out here and poured a little scoop of deer food and corn in this pan, and they were just over across the front yard, and they came right to it and got after it. So even Nina's in the bowl. The other 2 have been eating out of the corn bowl for several days, and but Nina, she's just in there with the rest of them now. So and Mama's going to join them too. So they're having a family meal on this hot afternoon. Well, it's that time of the day. Everybody's hungry. There's little eyes everywhere standing there saying, "Feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me." Even Milburn, even Beamer. And the babies are way out by the building. They were with their mama until Mama saw me come out and decided she would come and beg for food. So everybody is well and accounted for. And it's a hot evening here in Oklahoma, southern Oklahoma. They're all 3 there. One of them's just behind a tree right now. And didn't take these little guys long to get trained to come to food. We just a few days ago started trying to lure them to a pan that has some South Fresh deer food and some corn scratch and some chick starter and some corn, so they could learn to eat regular food and not depend so much on Mama's milk. And I mean, it didn't take but just a few days. And they lay out here and I think wait for it. And I really think it's taming them down just a little bit. I think I mentioned before that I was able to get the orange collar off of Indy that we were kind of afraid might get too tight. And we had been concerned about how we were going to get it off, but yesterday he was eating at this pan, and I just reached down and got it off of him, and he never missed a lick in the deer pan. So they are definitely learning to eat regular deer food and be on a regular deer diet. That way they will grow and not be so dependent on Mama's milk. She's getting a little cantankerous about feeding them very much anyway, so I don't think it'll be long before she will wean them. But we'll be ready to live on real food when she does. Aren't they sweet? Have you ever taken 5 little kids to Brahms or McDonald's or anywhere and try to get them all to line up and eat like they're supposed to? Well, that's what Lucy does. We just pour the feed in this little pan and they just all gather around the table. Even Nina has started eating out of the corn and feed ring, and everybody's just having a good dinner together. That's a lot of spots there. We've got room for about one more and we'll have a full table. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, triplets, twins, and mama all having an early dinner today. And then they'll probably go play. I don't know. You never know about this bunch. It's a little bit warm this evening, so I don't know what their plans are for the rest of the evening. You'll notice that Indy's orange ribbon is gone. We were concerned about it getting a little tight. So this afternoon, while they were all lined up eating, I was able to reach down and get it off of him. So we don't have to worry about that ribbon getting too tight on him anymore. He'll be just fine. It would be nice if there was some way we could really, really tell them apart, but we probably will be just fine. We think we know which one is which, so we'll just assume that we do. I don't know if they'll get tamer or wilder as they get older. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're enjoying the trip. Aren't they pretty there at the table, all lined up with all those little white spots? That's pretty sweet. I want to mention that what they're eating in their dish is just a mixture of South Fresh deer food and some corn scratch. And I think there's a little bit of whole corn in there too. It's just a mixture of stuff that we have for feeding the big deer, and so Jimmy mixes up a good selection of it for the little guys too. So they're learning to eat regular food and giving Lucy a break from having to produce much milk.
Well, the morning feed has very definitely turned into a morning feed of deer food. Now, Chris did buy one more bag of milk supplement. Looky here. Looky here. Looky there. Did you see what that was? One of the triplets just ran off one of the twins. Even though the twins are older and bigger, says, wait a minute, my boss put this out here for me. And now here comes Milburn over there. He's going to help them. Lucy's up there eating off of that. And now what they're eating right now is regular deer food, South Fresh deer food, as well as, it's out of Alabama, South Fresh deer food out of Alabama. They're eating deer food. I got a little corn in there, and there's one of the, that's a Forest right there. That's Forest, 2004, it's Forest. And I've got a little deer food in there. I've got some scratch mixed in with it, and some corn. It is kind of looking there. I'm kind of watching. They seem to be eating the deer food out of it first. That deer food is probably, that South Fresh is probably a lot better than that corn. I'll put some more in there for them. Obviously, they can get pretty much all they want. And Milburn and Lucy's up there. That's the exact same stuff. I've got a can sitting up there on the porch that I keep that in on the deck. So Lucy and Milburn, they're up there eating that. And these little guys are, and this old Forrest, he said, oh my gosh, that guy got plumb ugly at me. He's looking out there and said, oh my goodness. It's amazing how aggressive deer can get during feeding period. It really is, you know. They're such nice, lovable little critters, but they can get ugly to each other. They can get ugly to each other, especially when there's food around. When there's food around, they can get ugly to each other, and they actually do. But we notice that even on feeders out in the wild. We got quite a few feeders on the place. And the great thing is, you know, on food plots, and we got over 100 acres of food plots planted here on the ranch for the deer. And with food plots, oh, there's my shadow in there. How about that? Milburn says, let me get in there. I'll clean some of that corn up. Now look at there, Milburn. Milburn, he's licking that ear there. We'd like to, and we probably will be able to get some collars, some flea and tick collars on those other two triplets right there. I guess, well, I hadn't even looked. Well, it appears that the flea and tick collar is gone off of the one. It's just a snap-on collar. It's made to, if it gets caught, it comes off. And probably what happened, it probably really didn't get caught. Probably what happened was, it was on Ranger. Probably what happened was one of the other deer pulled it off. We might find it somewhere. We might not ever find it again. And we do have one more of those, but haven't been able to find any more. We bought all they had. Hadn't been able to find any more. So anyway, there we go. Everybody's eating out of this little pan right here and having a good time doing it. And that happens every morning. Now. The little ones come running up when they hear me come out here early in the morning. I need to have a little session, a little coffee cup session out here one morning and show you what I see, because the turkeys and the deer, everything comes around. It's quite a deal. But that's it here on a Thursday morning. They are feeding and Melbourne's helping. Here comes Big Brother. Big Brother loves those babies. It's really amazing how he does love those babies. And, you know, the amazing thing is once they get into the rut, they're going to be very, very ugly to any babies, especially little baby bucks, which obviously 3 of those 5 are baby bucks. Going to be really, 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 really ugly to them. But right now, he loves them. He loves them. And once that rut gets over, he'll love them again. Anything is competition to him in the wild. But right now, he takes care of them. He's their buddies. He plays with them. He runs with them. He licks on them, cleans them off. Cleaning deer off is a big deal to other adult deer. Well, they clean each other off. Even the babies clean each other off. But I don't care who you are. That's pretty special right there. And I'm telling you, even though Milburn's got some small horns, he's getting to be a big boy. And the little deer are finally getting full. They've eaten quite a little bit. Mostly they're eating the South Fresh out of there and the scratch. Corn's probably just still a little bit too big for them. Deer are born with teeth. They don't really have teeth come in. They're born with teeth. So they can eat some pretty crunchy stuff pretty quickly. Oh, there's a little cough in there. All right. Uh-oh. Milburn says, no, you stay away from my babies. Oh, did you see that? That was a wild deer came up. A wild deer came up and was going to try to steal some food. Do you see the look in Milburn's eye? And that doe laid her ears back, that wild deer laid her ears back. And Milburn says, no, you stay away from those babies. And the little baby says, my big brother won't let you steal my breakfast. My big brother won't let you steal my breakfast. Yeah, pretty soon he'll be thinking different thoughts toward that doe.
We have a little visitor here at the ranch tonight. This is Apache's little grandbaby, and she is not afraid of anything. Is that a pretty sight? Our little triplets are entering into a new phase of their life, I do believe. They are becoming a lot more independent, a lot less wild, a lot friendlier to Jimmy and I. I can actually reach down and touch most of them most of the time. They don't always stay put. I had put a flea collar on one of them, and he has lost it already. I don't know if Lucy pulled it off for him or if he just lost it. They're actually a kitty collar, so they pull apart. We get those so they won't get hung up on something and not be able to get away, because the collar just pulls apart. They're for little kittens. But they have a few ticks on their ears, and that'll get rid of them if I can get them to keep them on. And I almost got one put back, either on him or a different one today, but it was taking me too long to get it clipped back in place. So he got impatient with me and got away. They are really becoming attached to that food bowl, and they are getting to where they are into independent living, and they are growing, and they're even coming up on the porch whenever Lucy comes up there. So we may get up some morning and have half a dozen deer on the porch. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's been kind of fun.
Okay, you got it.
Well, this is Friday morning. This is the day that we usually post our review of the Triplets week. The only thing about shooting this right now is we are short one triplet. I'm sure that, I think it's Nina that's missing. I'm sure that she will be coming around the corner just any time. We just put some corn in their bowl, and they were ready to eat. The twins have already been in here a time or two, but I think they're going to have some more also. And Milburn, he's never too far away from the food bowl, so he's keeping watch, making sure that the other deer don't come around and get in on this. The triplets are 8 weeks old on Monday, so that's a lot of spots there around that food bowl. That's kind of neat. I think that Forrest is decided he's about to get too full to gather around the table with the rest of them. So, but we do need for Nina to come on in. She's a little slow this morning. We're a little bit, but not overly concerned about her. I'm sure she'll be showing up here shortly. Lucy might be out looking for her. I'm not sure. She went out just a little bit ago and gathered up the two that are here. So Nina is probably laying under a shade tree somewhere here close by. They haven't done a whole lot of, or we haven't been in the right place to shoot a whole lot of fun, exciting stuff with them this week. So we don't have much in the way of them playing in the yard. I think we had a little bit of sprinkler play, but as far as capturing one of those Kodak moments I mentioned last week, we don't have much. But we did want to share with you that they are still growing, still eating, and still precious. Looks like they're having some bonding time here with, it's actually one of the twins and Milburn. He's pretty good to them. He keeps trying to pull his collar off, or her collar off. I think he wants that bell. He said, I used to wear that when I was a little boy. He's sure trying to get that bell off of there. Probably eat it if it gets it off. Better scoot him off before he does. Get away, Milburn. No. Now, Jenny says, it wouldn't bother me if you got rid of that irritating sound hanging around my neck all the time. Be good. You be good, Forrest. Or Milburn. No. Why, he's so bound and determined to get that bell this morning. No. You never know what this guy's going to do. Lucy, go find baby Nina. Go find Nina. Go find Nina. You know where she is, I bet. Go find her. Go call her in. Where's the baby? What is it, baby? What is it? You hungry? Mama won't let you eat? Well, we're still waiting for Nina to come home. We will hopefully have some pictures of her when she finally comes in before we post this video. But if not, we will let you know how Miss Nina showed up and who she was with.